Hello and welcome. I am Miss Bizz, and oh my goodness, I am super excited to make this video. So, as you know, I've been kind of slacking on the videos. Obviously, my life is very busy, but on top of that, it's just, finding time and the motivation, all that. I've just been playing dungeons with friends, which is what you've been seeing the videos of, but ESO just announced its 4th DLC, and I haven't even stepped foot in Western Skyrim yet, but let me tell you, I haven't been this excited for a Elder Scrolls Online DLC in quite a while. It has nothing to do with Markarth. I love Markarth, I thought it was really cool in Skyrim, but let's be real, I am a hoarder, my inventory is a problem, and it takes away a lot of my fun in this game, and they are going to fix it. Oh my goodness. So what they are doing is adding a new little system in your collection called sets. Now what this means is when you very first log on, when this is brand new, it's going to note everything that is bound to your account, on this character, and it's going to automatically put it into this system, okay? So this system, if you look, let's go somewhere where I know we have stuff. Look, Healing Mage, I've got a couple pieces on this character. Infal, I've got a couple pieces on this character. As you can see, it kind of adds it to this weird little, like a sticker book. It's like, hey, I found this. And this is for stuff that's already bound to my account. Let's see, Sunspire, I know I'll have a whole bunch. A Perfected False God, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does this have, oh, I guess that's all I have. Ha! And it just remembers it forever. Now, you'll also notice that by what it tells you, there's a cost of transmute crystals. What the heck is this cost? Oh, look, 72. Well, the maximum cost, if you've only found one piece of a, entire set, all the things, useful or not, is 75 transmute crystals. The lowest cost, if you know everything from that set, is 25 transmute crystals. And you might be wondering, well, transmute crystals to do what? To create it from fucking thin air, to just magically make it again. You can decon it and absolutely just go make it again. So there's a couple things you need to know. First of all, so let's take this hat. No, actually, let's take my Divine's Olorime robe. Okay, I'm gonna unlock it. Where did it go? And, oh, I'm gonna go somewhere and I'm gonna deconstruct it. I'm actually just going to go, I know where. All right, so I'm in a house. I'm going to a clothing station. And I'm going to deconstruct my Divine's Olo robe. All gone. Woo! Did you see all that stuff I got? I got stuff for it. Now, I'm gonna go to my transmute station. Reconstruct. Reconstruct? Okay, so I'm gonna go to Cloud Rest. And, oh man, I'm really, really happy they did that, because I, probably don't care about a lot of things. Remember that I've only logged on to one character. Look! An Olo robe. I have one known, because that's all that was on this character. So my cost is 75 transmute crystals. I can select it. Ta-da! Now, I get to choose what trait I wanted in. Now, notice it didn't matter what trait it was before, even though it was Divine's, but I can just pick it. And it does not cost you a trait stone. And then here, I can pick my improvement. Now, it's always going to start out at your base. What's the minimum that gear can be found at? It has nothing to do with what you actually had it as. It's what that gear can be found at. So I can upgrade it. It will use my, mats as if I went to upgrade it afterwards. It just kind of hurries up the process. But we can just make it in blue, and cost is 75 transmute crystals. I'm gonna reconstruct it. Bada boom! Look at that! infused, reconstructed. This item cannot be researched because it has been reconstructed. There you go. I have a fancy Olo thing. So all that gear that like 6 of my alt characters are holding, I can just deconstruct after I make sure it's in the sticker book. And I don't have to worry about it. I'm holding on to all that gear because, you know, maybe I want to try this niche build or, you know, I think this might, you know, be meta one patch. So I've been holding on to all this gear and I'm just a hoarder. But now I don't need to. Now you're thinking, oh my goodness, it cost me 75 transmute crystals. Remember, if you know the whole set, it only costs you 25. Next in line, what's beautiful is, now I'm going to go deconstruct this. Okay, so I reconstructed it. I'm going to go decon it now. Let's see what we get for it. No usable items found, but you'll notice in the bottom right corner, I got 25 transmute crystals. So if you know an entire set, it's going to cost you 25 transmute crystals. And then when you decon it, you get those 25 transmute crystals back. Isn't that cool? You don't get any materials because technically you got the materials the first time you deconstructed that item. All right, so that is super cool. You're like, oh my goodness, that's going to take a ridiculous amount of transmute crystals, and they only let me have 200 because I'm ESO plus, or 100 if I'm not. Well, don't you worry, buddy, because if you are ESO plus, that limit is 1,000, and if you're not ESO plus, that limit is 500. That's how many you can carry on you now, so this is crazy good. They did note that they actually improved PvE sources of transmute crystals. I haven't tested that, like literally, I just downloaded the PTS today. I don't know how much it was improved, but they did say that you should be getting more crystals in PvE, so that is amazing, and I am so excited for the system. So let's go test it out where I actually just find the item and it's not auto put on my thing because I just logged in. Okay, so I'm coming up on a chest. It's simple, so I might not get... Let's see what I get. All right. Ooh, look at that. So we got something that is not bound by default. All right. Bind to add to your set collection. So you'll notice this is bind on equip and it is not collect. It tells me in the top right. So let's go. Oh, how do I bind it? How do I bind you? Equip. Oh, I bet you I know how. Bind to add to your set collection. So if I wear them, it'll permanently bind it to my account. Sets updated. So you must bind it to your account before it gets added to the system. So that works great for things that, you know, don't bind automatically. You have to equip it. I'm thinking in dungeons, that means that you can't just pass around what you just found. Everybody puts it in their sticker book. You have to bind it, and then you can't trade it with your fellow dungeoneers. So that's how that's gonna have to go, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, and then it's added to your sticker book forever, and you can get rid of it without worrying that you might ever want to find it again, because now it's in your sticker book. I am so excited. So now I'm gonna log into all my characters and see how I do. All right, so I went through and I just logged on to all my characters. Now, obviously, any overland sets I have, I did not go through and bind them on my character to count them out. I just wanted to do this a little bit quicker, and it still took a while to log on to all my characters. But anything that was already bound to my account has now been added. So let's look somewhere where there's probably going to be more stuff because it's automatically bound right away. All right, we're looking good. If you see, for all your monster masks, you do need just the, you know, the 3 different weights in the shoulder and the headpiece in order for it to count. It looks like City of Ash, so that's City of Ash 1 and 2 are all in the same spot. Burning Spell Weave, as you can see, I never really saved any of these oddball useless things. So we'll have to check that out. But something that I'm interested in specifically, let's go to arenas again. Maelstrom Arena. Did it get all of Crushing Wall? Perfected. Do I really not own a greatsword? Oh, not perfected one. I sure don't. I don't own a Maelstrom dagger? I store some items in my house, so I'm wondering if it's picked those up already? Like when I, or maybe once I go to my house, we'll see how that works. So it did, for all what it's worth, it did actually count my very first login to the very first character. It looks like it counted my bound items in my household storage. So this is the new item set collection. I do plan on making a full guide on it once it is all fleshed out, and it for sure is happening how it happens, because who knows, maybe our costs could go up or down, or who knows how it could be changed for release. This is the very first PTS patch, so I'm super excited about this system though, and I'm going to be spending a lot of time unlocking, binding, and deconstructing a lot of gear on my account when it releases. So let me know what you're wondering about this system. I'll try to make another video on it, maybe between now and the official video, and try to touch on all the questions that people have about the system. So thank you for joining me. Bye for now.